Hello guys, today I would like to work on further on my Skyhunter model. Uh, Basically what I did for now is I removed everything that's not the main body, because what I want to do is to make it look a bit more interesting. I think it's looking okay now, but what helps actually, and it helps a lot, is to disable all the parts you're not working on right now. For example, I disable the weapons here, I disable the wheels, the front axis, the back axis, the shovel, so I'm left with the naked body of the... Wait a second. With the naked body of the vehicle. And what I want to do is just to make it visually a bit more interesting, to add bits and bobs onto the vehicle. To do that, I just looked at some real construction vehicles. I looked at another hard surface artists, so that I can see what tricks they use to make it look more fancy. Right now the model is very symmetrical. Like if you look at it from the front, you see I have some parts here, I have some parts here, I have this antenna here. That's not symmetrical. I have some things here that are not symmetrical, but most of this model is very symmetrical. I would like to focus on the front side today, basically to make it look fancy from here. In the end of the day, when this will become a game, of course, this is the side that you almost never see because your camera is behind the vehicle. So what I'm thinking about is the most visual fidelity needs to be at the back of the vehicle, and I would invest more into that. But I feel I'm not ready yet to tackle that one. So I would like to stay here for now. What I would like to do first is to rework those two sections. This one and this one. For this one I can expect parts like lights to be like unified. They can look the same, but maybe I want to bring a bit of dissymmetry around those. What I would like to do to make that happen, first I would like to cut the lights away. To do that, we draw a line here, press enter, then we have this line, press C and select target bodies, and then we have a cutting line. When we press enter now, as you can see, our it remade it because I chose the wrong direction. But what I can do now is front light body. But I can rename it after, so it doesn't matter for now because I know what I'm working on and it shouldn't really matter. What I can do now is basically to just select this line, press Alt X, mirror it to this side, so I don't have to draw it again. Press C, press this body, and cut this light away as well. So now I have separate lights. We disable those for now. So now I would like to remove those lines again. Then I would like to start with some indentions for the light mounts. To do that, I select those, basically the most outside layers, and then I'm gonna press F. Let's select, but it shouldn't matter, because if you look from here, they are on the same plane. It shouldn't matter. Let's see if I can imprint them to this body. No, I can't, because those are not curves. So what I do then in this case is just... I'm pretty sure there's a way to do it properly, and I don't know it yet. Maybe someone can tell me. Or maybe I find it out when I look at all the tutorials that I bought and downloaded. So what we have right now is this polyline. We select it, we press O and make it a bit bigger. What we can do now is to press Alt X, mirror it to the other side. Yes. Press Enter. Now we select those two lines, press F, and imprint those on the body here. Press OK. Yes. So now we have some flat areas around the lights that we can work with and give it a bit more detailing. So we select those now and push them a bit in. So it actually looks like there is some kind of a mounting piece where the lights go in. And they are not just bolted on a flat surface there. I think that's looking okay. Yes, yes, I like it. And then we give those two curves slight chamfer. Rounding? No, chamfer. Yes, I think that looks okay. What I don't like as well is those areas. They're looking very flat. And what I would like to do now is actually I remove this light. There is something in there that doesn't have to be here. We'll just remove it. And basically right now we have this mounting plate for the light, and here we have the light itself. Because like I said before, I think the light should be a part that's should have some standards. They should look the same. Everything around it doesn't have to look the same, but the light should. And what I'm going to do now is just to give it some fidelity. So when we draw a rectangle, what I learned, we don't have to press here and change to center rectangle. We can just start with a normal rectangle, select a midpoint that we want to be our midpoint in the end, draw the rectangle, and then press C on the keyboard. And then it automatically converts to a center rectangle that we draw from the center and not from a corner. And I would like to have it a bit like this. Then we go back to F and we want to fillet curve. Actually, what I learned as well, yeah, I show you what I learned. We select a curve and press B on the keyboard. And if we press B on the keyboard, we can fillet it straight away. So now we have this curve. We can go to rectangular array and set it to y-axis. Is it y-axis? Yeah, it is y-axis. And then I would like to make it something about that. We switch to faces. We choose all those faces. Yes, exactly. And now we just push them in a bit. Press W, press here. Yes. Let me check how it looks. Yeah, I think that looks okay. Right now I am at the point when I first plan the vehicle. I want to see what parts, how the vehicle looks, so it looks usable. And at the point where I'm right now, basically where I just adding visual fidelity, like if I would make this vehicle in real life, most of those things wouldn't be there because you don't need them in the long run. But since we are trying to create things for a video game, we want things to look awesome. Because it's the main point why we are playing video games. We want to make things look awesome. And we want to look at awesome things. Like, of course, some people want to see trucks and tractors and stuff like that that are realistic to the last screw. And that's okay. Absolutely. But the biggest part of the industry just wants awesome things. So then we put it like this. We take this one and we extrude it a bit outwards. Exactly. What I would like to do as well, if you hold Control and Shift at the same time, Control and Alt at the same time, you basically select all the corners of your rectangle. And that makes things a lot easier in the long run. So now we just push it in. Take a good look at that. So the only issue I have right now, this looks glued on, and we don't want things to be glued on. What we want is to have rivets, screws or stuff like that that are visible. So what I would like to do, somewhere here I would place a nut. Yes, exactly. And then, since this is our construction plane right now, when we press Alt X, we are using this construction plane as a mirror. So what we can do is just Alt X once, Alt X twice, and then we have our rivets in the right place, in the right spot. And then we just extrude them, press W, press Q, not WQ. So now they are connected. And now we can make it nicer. Like I said, the thing is, a lot of those things you want to make with textures if you have a proper video game model. But I'm not making proper video game models, I'm making concept art. That's a difference. So I will make things nice, I will make things look the way I would expect them to look in real life. And we can still put that in a video game. That's not a problem. It will work a bit worse than a proper model, basically. So I think that looks awesome. Just like have some like bit of a vent on the side. And that's basically my design philosophy. When I look on things like that, I don't want flat areas to be too big, because of course sometimes it's okay to have flat areas, but if you have a flat area that's too big and there's nothing to break it, then you lose a lot of visual fidelity on there. So you want to have some panels, you want to have some slits, you want to have holes, vents, mounting pieces, stuff like that, something to break it up, something to make it work. And the same I would like to do actually here. What I was thinking about already was to make a center rectangle here, a center rectangle at the bottom. And like I said, I don't want them to be symmetrical now or centered or stuff like that. And then what I would like to do is to extrude this just a bit and do the same like I did before. Alt Control Shift, because I want to select two sets of loops. Basically one set here, one set here, so you need to press 3 buttons at the same time. Alt, Control and Shift. Shift ensures you don't lose your selection between two selection sets. Control and Alt ensures that you select a loop, basically. And this one we want to round. Then we want to round this. Exactly. Something around that. Now we do the same. If you only hold Alt, then we select basically this whole line. And then we hold Alt and Shift. Select two of those. And we make it like this. And let's see. Doesn't work. Conic. Something around that. Yeah, I think that looks good. So now let me check. Let's remove those two. And the construction plane. Yeah, so I think that looks good. And then I would like to just turn the edges back on. We go here. We select two of those. They are not connected. Yes, of course. 4. QQ. Now. Yeah, now everything's connected. So we select this face and this face. Press O for offset. Push it in a bit like that. Select the outer edge and push it in a bit. And what I would like to do now is to turn X-ray back on. Go to line edit. Again, Control Alt Shift. Control Alt Shift. And push this one in a bit. Yes, I think that looks quite awesome for the beginning. Yes, and maybe I just see an opportunity. Sometimes you will make things and the next thing you will do is press Ctrl Z because you didn't like them. That will happen. That will happen all the time, and that's not an issue at all. It's better to have bad ideas than no ideas at all. At least in my opinion. And in the end of the day, if you have an idea and you like it, the worst thing you can do is listen to people who don't like it. I mean, people can tell you why they don't like it. That's absolutely okay. And you have to decide if you want to listen to them or not. If you do something and you like it, that's awesome. You don't need much more. Just surround yourself with people who like what you're doing. And not with people who want to make you do something else instead. So we put this one here. Actually, yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Control Z this. We do it a bit non-symmetrical, asymmetrical it's called, yes. We put a rounding here and we put a face on this side, exactly. I think that's okay. We disable X-ray to see it better. I think that's nice. Now we do the same here. Just come up with an idea. What can we put on there? And on here, I would like to put something that looks like a turn indicator or something. Yes, it's a military vehicle. It's designed to shoot things, but even those have turn indicators nowadays. So, who cares? So, something like this, and then maybe what we can do is to look. Okay, it just does it on one edge. What happens if we delete those? Can I delete those? Can we delete this one? Yes, we can delete this one. Can we delete this one now? No, we still can't. I made it look very weird now. That wasn't the plan. So Control Z. Like I said, using Control Z is natural. That's not an issue at all. What we can do now is just grab those here, because the only thing I wanted to do is to break up the shape a bit, and it's exactly what we can do now. We can break up the shape a bit. We grab this one, we push it in by -0.005. We grab this one, we push it in by -0.005. No, we don't offset, we extrude. Extrude 0.005. Yes, exactly. Does it work now? No, of course we can't remove that. Yeah, let's take the outer side of this thing that we created and push it in a bit. Yes. And then basically when I have this thing in the game, I would just turn those things yellow with a bright emissive tone. So that would look pretty good, I would say. So, now let's close this one again. Select this rectangle. And I think now we have a pretty good looking headlight. It totally looks much better than before. I would say that. Now we unite everything that needs to be united. Because what we're gonna do is to Alt axis to this side. Enter. Now we have two of those that are looking awesome. Now we select this one, we select this one, and we add them together. That's awesome. Yes. Now I have to decide for myself, do I want to work on this side or this side? And for now I don't like both, because this one is just looking like a very silly mouth. And what I would like to do here, I think I have an idea already. Grab this, extrude this, freestyle this to this, yes, 4 QQ, yes. Now we turn X-ray back on, so we can grab all of those edges, actually just Alt-Shift control them, Alt-Shift control them. So, and what we are going to do now is I would try to loft it and see what happens actually. And now I think I need to find out how to convert those to a sketch. And maybe there is a way to do that. So what we do now is was it imprint? Imprint curve body. Select target body. Okay. Extrude pipe. Create patch from curves. Offset curve. No. That wasn't it. Alt, yes, exactly. Mm-hmm. Duplicate? No. No. Alt D. Shift D. Yes. Finally, yes. Shift D. Yes. Awesome. We can go home early today. Now what we do, we offset this a bit, and what we do next is we scale it down just a bit. And what I forgot to do now is Shift D. Yes, exactly. We try out this. Offset, come on. No, that's pipe. Loft. Yes. Now it's just a sheet, basically. It has no volume to it. So what we can do with that is to see if we can do that. Ticken. Yes. I like the way it looks. Disable X-ray. Show edges. Disable. Yes, I would like actually just create some air intakes there. I call it air intakes. Yes. Rest doesn't matter. And maybe it would be good if we just grab 2 of those, press G, and then we push them in a bit. And now, if we press 4, no, we can remove the sheet, I think. Yes, we can remove the sheet. Press Q, double Q, yes. That's awesome. Do we want to make it look interesting down here or not? I think we want to. I would grab this Let's go for 0.03. Let's go for Shift D. Yes. Then we select this. And what we do is push it in a bit so it doesn't come out to the other side. And then we select this body. Let's remove the circle so it's not in the way. Press F. Array, curve array. So it absolutely doesn't work like this. It absolutely doesn't work like this. It looks all over the place. Question is why. Interesting. Can I break this curve? That would be... No. Split. What happens if we do that? I think for what we want to do, that this is more than good enough. So, because the only thing I want to do is to grab those, Alt-X them to this side. Then we grab all things together, double Q. Yes. And what we're gonna do now is just bridge them together. Just bridge them together. Exactly. Now we select this face, Control P. Wait. Control P. Control P. Oh. Body up. Awesome. Now let's see if this works the way I expect it to work. Because mostly it doesn't. I can't say it like this. No. Plasticity is very, very, very good and actually thinking what you want. Let me check. Well, in this case we grab those two faces, put them in a bit more. So it actually looks like there is an intake in there. And I think I would like to make a small offset here. Come on. Do something. Sometimes it's not that smart with calculating offsets. Maybe if I do it like this, select this one. We already have this curve, but let me remove all the curves so we stay symmetrical. Alt Shift, Alt Shift, Shift D for duplicating, and then press O. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted. So basically, and then in this case we no, for some reason it doesn't grab the. What happens if I do like this? Okay, in this case let me try more severe options. F, imprint, curve body, this body, enter. Delete all the curves. Oh yeah, exactly. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted. Tick, 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 tick. Nope. Now I think we want to extrude that one inside. Yes. And then we just select those outer looks again and scale it up a bit. So now do the same here. Okay, in this case, tap, tap, Control D, offset a bit smaller. This curve, this curve. They are all too different. What the hell? So, in this case, we remove all the curves again. We make sure we select the inner ones. Shift D, press Enter, press O. The one goes. Yeah, okay, that's tab. Yeah, a lot of things in plasticity can be just solved by pressing tab. That's awesome. Nope. Let's extrude. I would like to extrude just a small bit. Tut, tut, tut. Tut, tut, tut. And then we just push this one in. Just a small bit. And I think I like this lower side now. It has something to catch your eye now. So, now I would like to go to the front plate. Press O. Select those two. Push them outwards. I think this one will be relatively simple because it's just a front plate. What we want to do is to put some armor plates on it and stuff like that. And with this one, I would actually just one border with mirroring. Just go Control C, Control V, put it somewhere. Control C, Control V, put it somewhere. Control C, Control V. Actually, I could just Control V this here. put it somewhere. And then I start mirroring stuff when I have it extruded. Dun. I always forget to join them before extruding. So now we remove this one, we grab this one, Alt X. We are on the wrong construction plane. Now we grab this one, Alt X. Enter. Yes. I don't know if I want to make it more complicated or not. I think it looks okay for now. There's some. It's more interesting, absolutely. Maybe just a bit of, because almost nothing in the real life has straight edges, if you think about it. If you look around you on the items that surround you, basically that are in your daily use, your tables, your keyboard, your monitor, doesn't matter, your phone, almost nothing has straight edges. They are, even if it's a bit, they have either a chamfer or a fillet on them. They are either rounded or have a chamfer on them. Let's make something on this one. Yes. Ctrl C, Ctrl V, freestyle. Ctrl V, freestyle. Ctrl V, freestyle. Yes. Extrude this one a bit. Grab our curves. So, in case someone wants to know what this, I don't know, it just looks cool. It's on there and it looks cool. No, it doesn't look cool yet. It will look cool now. Pop. Now we select it, press B. Just a small rounding. Press 2. Rectangular array. Lock it by y-axis. Push it down. Press 3. Web. Select all of them and put them inside or outside. Outside or inside? I think outside, yes. And I forgot to join it again. One day I will remember, but not today. Double Q, enter. Remove all those rectangles. Select all those loops. Round it up a bit. Select tip. We aren't connected yet. Select this loop. Control. Pick this one. Let's put a big hexagonal inside. Just pretend it's mounting something very important. Alright. Let's remove those so they are not in the way. Actually, as I was looking at some tutorials, people always say you shouldn't remove your lines, you should just hide them, because you might use them later. And while they are right, I still remove everything and just throw it back later if I need it. I know that it's not perfect, but yes, that's the way I'm doing it. Yeah, I think we're starting getting good on details in this one. There's one thing I wanted to do here actually, and that's not to do this, that's to do this. And no, wait, not yet. Do this, then I want to create a new body out of it. Can I select it like that? No, I can't. Oh yes, I can. Then I'm just going to thicken it. Match face, hollow, thicken. Make it a bit bigger. Now in this case, what we're going to do first is to maybe like this. No. Tuck, tuck. Drop it here. What happens if I remove those? I cannot remove those. Yes, I can. No, it looks like shit. But what I can do is, I think I can refill it them basically. Make them a bit smaller. Right, that wasn't quite bad. No. Actually, what I'm going to do is I select this face, I draw a line, and now we are just going to cut this. No, we don't cut it. Oh, it does cut it that way. We don't want to cut it that way. What we want to do is to cut it that way. No, and we actually should cut it that way. Let me check. Tut, tut, tut. Enter. See? Tuk, tuk. Hey. We got the line. Oh, wait. We connect all of those. Exactly. We get the line now. Line. See? Yes. Awesome. That's what I wanted to see. Because what we can do now is we can hide this one. We can grab those. We can grab those. And actually Shift D, offset, put them outside a bit. Yes. Remove the inner curve. Remove those curves, we don't need them. And probably, I just realized, probably we will need them. Nay, I didn't want to go there. We have some weird cuts here that we need to remove later. Oh, I love plasticity. Just so easy. Yeah, of course we did cut with that and stuff like this. Offset. Yes, thank you. What? Ah, okay. That was strange. Basically, we need to go in here. We need to go in here. We need to create an offset and stop playing around. Yep. Something is funky here. And I will find out why. And what it is. Let's try this again. Go this way. Yes? No? Okay, why? Can't we grab to this one? Okay, let's go then, in this case, the nuclear option again. Imprint curve body. Now we're going to imprint through the whole body. Imprint curve body. Pop. Now we remove this offsets, and now we can, yes, now we can work with that. Yes, finally. Now we can offset this one a bit. So, and now I check if that what I imagined to work will actually work. What we do now is we grab this one, press C, we push a bit inward, we select this rectangle, extrude it outwards, make sure it's connected to everything. So now we have a separate extrusion, and what we do now is we select this one, Shift D, so we have a curve, press 4, array, curve array, and we put it around there. Do I like it? I don't know. Not yet. Like I said before, if you don't like it, that's your problem, as always. Doing things for myself. Yes. Now we grab those things, connect them together. Now we go back to curve array. Grab this here. Actually, what I want to do, that's what I want, because I don't want those. I want those from the top and those from the bottom. And what I'm going to do with those from the top, actually, that's gonna be interesting. Boolean failed. Yeah, sometimes when it fails, You have to do it a bit slower. Connect few things to each other. So this one to this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Press Q, wait, enter. Now it's connected. Enter. Now press Q, press Q. See, something is wrong. We need to find out what is wrong. Let's try one of those. One works. Will two work? Two work. Will three work? Hello? Ah. Nope. Something is wrong with the bottom ones. So we grab this. So those ones work, obviously. Yes, so something, I think those are somehow not quite connected to the geometry. Yeah, of course they are not. Ah. Wait a second. Yeah, I see it. So in this case, say bye-bye to those as well. Yeah, I think that's okay. We don't babysit things anymore. Yes, exactly. What we do now is we inset this one. We push it out a bit. And then we put it inside. So now it has a bit more structure to it. And what we're gonna do is here as well is basically just to make it punky. C, bam, bam, 4. Get rid of that. See what happens when I do this. Yes. And then we grab those two. Yes. So, and what we're gonna do now is we're gonna put some bits and bobs on that. Because bits and bobs are fun. On the same time, what I can look for is how much lines can we delete without breaking the geometry. So, let's go. Bridge curve, center. Enter. Bridge curve, center, enter. So now we're leaving the symmetry phase completely. So now we grab those Shift P, Shift P, Shift P. Yes. Now we grab those, connect them to the main body. See if we can make an offset here. No, we can't. At least not the way I expected it to. Yeah, wait, it's not connected. Why didn't it connect it? Enter. And just wait for a second. Enter. Come on. Yes, thank you. So as you can see here, we are a bit too big. Let's go to 0, 0, 0, 1. 0, 8. Yes, thank you. So in this case we grab those. Let's put them down maybe a bit. Yes, and then we actually just do the same with those two, but they will be a bit more wild. Yes. I think we need to... G1 has no tension. No, that won't work that way. It totally won't work that way. Yeah, and you know what? That's okay. We do this. Exactly. Why making things complicated when easy things look as good? What I would like to do here actually is to split this armor plate in two pieces. And I think to do that, will it work this way? Yes, it will. And then we do this, and what I did here next is carry this, pull it outside. Like I said, we are making visually interesting things right now. Not more, not less. Pop, 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 pop. Get rid of all of this stuff. Pop, pop, pop. Control R. Pop, 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 pop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh yeah, first try. So now I would just like to create a sphere, and of course connect it to what I was doing. No, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to create a separate sphere that's not connected to anything. So we don't have any target bodies. Now we can select a sphere, go to radial array. This is gonna be our axis, and now we just increase the amount of spheres. Exactly. Q, enter. Yes, thank you. And then actually I think it's time. It's time. Body. Swept. Body swept. Double Q, enter. The boolean fail. Yeah, okay, maybe I was too fast. Enter. No, something isn't being liked. This one works. It doesn't like this one for some reason. Yes, exactly. I think it has no actual connection. So basically to do that, we can just select it, grab some area where it's aligned, press G. I think if we put it this way, 4G, yeah, exactly. And then we just put it just a little bit inside. And it should solve all the issues. Exactly. So we didn't sacrifice much, but it still works now. And here we create something as well. C. No, we don't want to cut, we want to imprint curve on body. Yes, thank you. The issue with imprinting is it fires all the way through the model, but we can do it this. Now it removes everything that's not necessary. Leaves it just with things that we need. This one, I do this, this. And what I want to have is like a straight face. Exactly. Nee. A straight face. Enter. So now I can grab this and remove this from here. Exactly. Now we remove those two rectangles. We grab this side and push it outwards like that. We grab this side, push it outwards. Like I said, always many ways to do things. Always. I'm thinking about 7 different ways to do this now. But for some reason I decided to make it this way, so don't judge me. Can I actually get rid of this one? Yes, I can. Press this, push this one a bit inside. Nee. it doesn't work like this. Of course, it's what I'm doing. So, pop, 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 pop. Press C. Bevel. I mean, in Plasticity, as soon as you learn the shortcuts, your workflow becomes so much faster. I mean, like it's like in every software, but in Plasticity, I'm noticing it especially. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, that was exactly what you heard. So we grab the body and then we add all of those things onto that. Yes. Yeah, I think to compare to what it looked before, I mean save as Skyhunter detailed. We remove the temporary construction. Let's remove all this stuff. Now let's import the normal Skyhunter next to this one. Exactly. Yes. G. That's awesome. Yes. I think I actually like it a lot. Yes. The left one is what we started out here today, and the right one is where we got. And I think actually we did a good job. There are some more, let me switch away from the screenshot. There are some more areas I would like to continue to work on tomorrow, basically even on the front. I still don't like this area. I still don't like this area. They are too flat and too big. I would still like to bring some asymmetry to those plates, to this plate and this plate. Still need to place some nuts and bolts around the vehicle. The thing at the bottom, I think I like it, but I'm not quite sure about this area. Maybe I should put something on there as well. At the same time, I don't want to crash and overload it. But I actually think it's okay for now. Yes. Alright guys. In this case, was nice streaming for you, like every time. And I would say we'll probably see each other tomorrow. Have a nice night everyone. Bye bye.